situaciones en que la gente necesita comenzar a recuperar su herencia cultural o a producir. O sea, es una... It's like the first step of the move. Yes.
Sorry for you, but if I can continue with you?
No, yeah.
I want to just put a hand that a cultural, as a word, it's like you said, it's a step.
Yeah.
But by this step you can catch the opinion of the people, not just your opinion as an artist, you know, because as an artist we always have this a snobby way that we know everything, but actually the people have something, and to change something or to create a situation, different situation, you have to sharing with the others, and that is, I think, can change the problems, but so step by step.
Sí.
Yeah. Thank you.
Sí. Tenemos tantos problemas en el resto del mundo que hay que ir paso a paso y no podemos ir a la velocidad en la que se va aquí. Yo sé que Jeff es un gran artista australiano que se interesa mucho la teoría del arte, entonces sé que él podrá estar de acuerdo conmigo. Es que la diferencia es que este señor y estos señores aquí están culminando algo que empezó hace como 30 años, en que los artistas empezaron a interesarse a otra cosa que estética y empiezan a ocuparse de ver cómo pueden socialmente ayudar a cambiar, no solamente con estética, pero también interpretando socialmente y con todos los argumentos posibles el futuro de nuestra sociedad. Y creo que del inicio de activistas como Up Against the Wall Motherfuckers en Nueva York, que finalmente desaparecieron, ganó Warhol, y pasando por todos estos movimientos europeos donde está incluido él, y llegando a lo que yo llamaría utopía realizable. Yo la llamo utopía realizable y quiero hacer una variante de política. Para mí la definición de utopía es la enemiga de la democracia, pero la utopía realizable es una posibilidad que me parece muy interesante.
I'll ask this in English. Can you talk about how the idea of quality fits into this picture of art?
Sorry?
Quality.
Quality.
It seems like artists are always very interested in,
sì,
establishing like qualities, different qualities.
Secondo me, cioè mi hanno chiesto, quando io ho visto che parlo di politica, di economia, di comunicazione, eccetera, nei vari uffici di Città dell'Arte, mi hanno detto: ma allora l'arte dove va a finire? Dice, stai facendo un lavoro che porta fuori dall'arte, quindi in questo senso potremmo dire che la qualità dell'arte non è più facilmente riconoscibile. Io rispondo che dove c'è lavoro di trasformazione sociale responsabile, dove la creatività è usata in quel senso, lì c'è qualità.
When the art touch social issues and they need transformation and they provoke transformation, they talk about quality.
But quality is also a matter of responsibility. And I think that's one of it's an important thing. I mean, what it implies authorship. I mean,
yeah.
I've been working a lot with these kind of situations, and one of the problems that I've encountered, I mean, it's not that it's a problem, but it's the matter of the authorship or the responsibility, because we can do a lot of things together, and then we can hide behind that, but then someone has to take the responsibility, and that's the problem. Like, taking the responsibility as a group is kind of like a weak situation.
The only
It's a weak situation because it becomes very fragile because it's like a house of cards. So once the critical point comes in, then no one wants to take the responsibility because no one wants to be the sole author. So, but I'm not against that. I think it's totally possible to achieve and also to transgress this like borders. Also as a matter of velocity. Like as when we were working in this institution, for instance, we had a lot of kids running around, and there was this guy. He was 12 years old, and it turned out that he was very good filming. And at that time we had a Japanese artist, Masato Kobayashi, making an installation. And this guy made the film. We hired him as the guy to document the process, and then we edited together, and it was broadcasted on Swedish television. And we never said that he was 12 years old. So I mean, I think it's possible to transgress these things. For me, what is important in relation to this is the whole, the history of the post-colonial movement in terms of what it achieved. Because I think it touches grounds with what several of you have been saying, also you, the idea of the story. I think that in the text that Åke Wessel wrote for Documenta, one of the most important things for me was that he said that there are no hierarchies between stories, so every story is equally important. So the quality, going back to the quality, is just a matter of how this story is articulated. But then it becomes a matter of anyone can tell their story. So, which was not the case with the formalism in modernism, which was an excuse to keep out other forms of representation, saying that you can't do cubism because you're from Africa.
Me perdona, Rodrigo, no traduzco porque fue larguísimo y fue muy rico y podría perder. I have problems with the word.
In italiano. Sta traducendo in italiano.
Para la gente en español, sí. I have problems with the quality word, con la palabra quality. I don't know if you know the roots of the word, but it's practically economical creation. Quality was a word created for talk about products. A product have a quality. I prefer talking about practice.
But I'm not I think that in the Greek, I know I got a blank mind, but the word for beauty was the same as function. So I don't think, I think that in terms of power, I think quality has always to be fought. I hate hierarchical quality, and that was the power school of the modernism. And I hate that kind of quality. I totally, but I think responsibility is something and responsibility is also something that is related to pride. I don't need to hide my origin. I don't need to hide who I am. I am proud of that. And I'm responsible for my history, and that's what I tell. So I don't need to pretend, and I don't need to remake myself in those terms as the modernist idea, like hiding behind some kind of ideal and define that as quality as some kind of tool of exclusion.
Or can be this word dangerous quality. It can be a way to judge others because my quality different than your quality, and then the quality. I think something. When you work or when you create something or when you're thinking really from inside something you believe with, even if it's different than my belief.
Quality was a stuff to arrive in is a word to arrive with industrialization. It's a word when you have the possibility to make that and say this is quality because it's exactly the same. And 3/4 of the world don't have the possibility to make the exact staff. Sì, no.
I'm thinking also.
Non hai un microfono?
Sì.
Which language now? I don't
Non lo so, parliamo.